Ah, part 2 of Dream, Scammed, and Blessed. Welcome to the God Podcast, where God opens doors. I am Angelica Stevenson. Today is September 19th, 2024, Thursday evening, or Friday, because the sun has been passed around to another part of the earth. And I'm going to continue on the interpretation and the lesson that God showed me on my online journey through the Disney movie Wish. So I'm going to continue the introduction. I'll put in part 1 in the description as well. I was talking about the city of Rosa, the land of Rosa, and what that meant, and then the color green, and how that green is present in a lot of Disney movies like Snow White or The Little Mermaid. Green is a giving and receiving love. Continue on. Green, the king in this movie. Oh, also as well, if you don't like spoilers, I invite you to stop watching now, watch the movie Wish, and come back. If not, that choice is yours, so is the consequence that goes with it. Okay, so the magic book that the king used in the city of Rosa is actually the same magic book from Snow White that the queen used. And I realized after watching this, God showed me that this movie is basically the beginning origin story of a lot of the Disney movies. Pink represents unconditional love in a soft, nurturing way. The heart gives and receives. Inner love, that helped me to realize that I had some inner love issues, some inner child issues that came out a lot when I started to begin my perfect path, my perfect parenting journey. I had some unhealing that I faced and to do with myself. It was helpful with self-love, being true to who I am, and also having that peace. Because my heart gives, then my heart also receives. However, it was a challenge for me to receive, as well as I used to be very self-sabotaging with my thoughts, my words, and my actions, my choices. And then green is love flowing outwards to other people and places. And the element is air. And I'm a Gemini. I was born in the Gemini sign. That element's air. And I'm also very free-flowing. I'm also an angel. My name is Angelica. Angel is in my name because I really am a messenger. I do give messages, and when angels do fly, I pop here and there. So, really knowing who I am, embracing who I am, and allowing myself to be free in who I am and accept that, and then letting people know this is who I am, this is how I am. You can take it or leave it. It's up to you, but yeah. Alright, so this is where we go into the nitty-gritty. I broke this down in 3 sections because I don't want to go over 30 minutes. So this is the part 1, Dreamed. I titled this Dream, Scan, and Blessed before I looked up the etymology of dream. However, after reading the etymology of dream, it makes more sense. So, do your own research. Go look up the etymology of dream. Ask God to open you up and to give you the truth for yourself and how to understand it and overstand it for you. So the etymology of dream means to deceive, delude, seek to harm, and injure. And I was like, okay, God, are we dreaming then if we're also awake? So I saw that, and then the part 1 of dream, it made more sense when I was watching this video and wrote down my notes. So etymology of dream: deceive, delude, seek to harm, injure. Now the reason why that's important is because the king had a dream, and his dream was very noble. It was founded in good intentions. However, like a lot of things in life, like I learned, I have things in good intentions. However, if I don't stay true and trusting in my partnership with God, and if I go on to other paths, that begins to change. And my intention changes, but the reason why I'm doing it changes. Like, I want to just give. I really do. And when I start getting on the online industry, and when I start having more children, I want to help my husband to, retire so he can be home more. So I wanted to make money. I wanted to help make more money. And I'll think about that is the coaching programs, the network marketing, all that I saw is always put a price tag to it. It was all about do things a certain way, do things this way, hold back content. Just many things that they say would help you get more clients or get people to pay you more or know your worth. Like all these things, they sounded good. Like it made sense because they say that they're doing it, and all these people that say, I tried your stuff, it works. But when I try to do it for myself, I realized I was being deceitful. And that just means to lie. I was first being deceitful to what God gave me. I was second being deceitful to myself and who I really am and how I am. And third, I was being deceitful to the people I wanted to help or trying to earn money from these products or service or programs I was going to learn, or how to make and sell my stuff for them to become my clients or students. Like the way to get there was just deceitful. And it made it seem like this would be like the only way to be successful, to make it. And I really struggled with that a lot. Because I've been doing this for a long time, just like giving in of myself and helping people, and I've been like, God, when is this gonna pay out and translate to currency? Well, first was money, actual money, tangible money, that green paper that I can see, that I can use, pay off debts, do whatever I want when I want, pay bills ahead of time, on time, take my family wherever I want to go without having to worry. Like, when does this, what I'm doing, translate to that? And will it ever? So for me, it's been like a journey of finding and knowing my own meaning and understanding and vision of what success is, of what prosperity is, of what abundance mean, from the Christian upbringings, from the Bible, from the man system, like all of this stuff. And then I had a talk with Alan about it. Like today, we were like, well, what does it mean to be successful or abundant or prosperous, like the Bible says? Like, what does that mean? Does it mean having a bunch of money, currency, cash, cars, traveling, yachts, houses? Like, what does that really mean? And me and him came to a conclusion that it just depends on the person. Because, like, I really just want to be off in a forest somewhere. I really do. Like, I'm at the point where I just want to be in the forest, a cabin, all my essentials that are needed, gardening, farming, whatever, writing, like just me there and doing what I do from there. And I'm good. I'm good. And then with him, he's like, he wants us to make enough money to where we can pay bills on time, pay bills ahead of time. We can provide for our children. We can provide for their activities, like no struggling. Have enough to provide, be responsible, save, and do the extra that we want to do. To him, that's what being wealthy is. To him, that's what being abundant or being prosperous is for him. So, it's very important to know if you're getting married before you get married, or with your spouse, to have a set agreement on what you're working towards and what you're working for, So y'all can be aligned, be in unity, be one, be equal, and not butt against each other, go opposite ways. That's another aspect of being equally yoked, besides under faith, but also family and everything that comes with the family, and also food, everything that comes with the food, actual food that you eat, and then the food for thought, which is information that you feed yourself and your children. But hey, that's another video. So, dreamed. Part 1, dreamed. So the king studied magic because he knew the pain of wishes not coming true and them being lost. He became a sorcerer to protect himself from other wishes, and his studies also gave him the power to grant wishes as well. So the king was hurt, basically. The king was hurt, and so that he wouldn't be hurt anymore, so that he wouldn't lose anymore, he decided that he used that as his motivation to make change. He became the change that he wanted to see. I'm becoming the change that I wanted to see. That's one of my sayings. Become the change that I want to see. Change mindset will produce a change in behavior. So he changed how his mind was set, and he set on something different. So he became a sorcerer to protect himself. All right? And in doing so, that allowed him to grant wishes to others. God has given me so much information, wisdom, and knowledge to achieve stuff, to reprogram myself. That's what I teach from like the 5 stages of ascension, based off my books, my signature program, Higher Connections and Communications, and then my parenting program, Accessing the Perfect Parent Within Me. Like, God has given me all this wisdom and information to help me be better, do better, to be changed, as well as to help other people as well. And I want to get this out. Like, I just want to share. I just want to share. I just want to share. I just give. Sometimes like being this, like in this human life, like being taken advantage of, or knowing what I have is like so good, but it's so good, no buts. Just that people just want to keep it all to themselves. I feel like I was like that best kept secret. Everybody loved the information, knowledge that I gave to them to help them, but ever come to like putting, like saying my name in a room full of people where it would have made a difference for me, it wasn't there. And I'm like, hey God, how long am I going to work and do this for? God, help me to learn to be more outspoken. Help me to not just boast, but share and market and advertise myself more in a way so that I don't have to depend on anybody else to get to where I want to go, to do what I want to do, and to reach the heights that I want to reach. Man, that's a struggle. But so let's do the journey. That was a very journey for me, and tests come up even now that I'm back online, back and doing this thing with the business, Angelica Expressive Connections LLC, like being tested to see, hey, did you really learn your lesson? Did you remember? And I continue on. So this king found a land for others to safely come. They give up their wishes when they come. Their heart's desire. So their wishes is their heart's desire. And they give it to this king as a way to say thank you for protecting them. For protecting their wish. Right? So here's these people say, hey, I have a goal. I want to become something. I want to plan something. I want to invent something. And I want to make sure it's kept safe so that I'm able to do it until I'm able to do it. So I'm going to go to this land where there's this king who protects wishes. And he can also grant them as well. So I'm just going to give my wish to him. Just give it up. They became addicts because the etymology of addict means to give up yourself to someone or something. So these people, these that came to the land of Rosa, or the city of Rosa, were now addicts of the king because they gave up themselves. They gave up their wishes, their heart's desire to the king for protection and appreciation for allowing them to come to his land, to his city, to live there. And then there's this saying that this girl was singing. She was saying that, what's her name? Asha. She's the main character. Her name's Asha. She was explaining to them in her song, because we remember things with song, music, keep that in mind, very important, that when you give up your wish, you forget it with no regrets. You forget it with no regrets. So I got regrets. The E sound. E also makes the E sound. So no regrets. Greeting. Acknowledge hi. Return. Read to you. I forgot the word regret. But when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. How? Of course, they're not going to regret it because they don't remember their wish. They don't remember their dream that they had to begin with. And I remember going and looking for that next coaching program who can help me forget my problems and forget the hard and the struggle of trying to do this and make money from what I do. And did I have no regrets? I don't agree with saying regrets. Like, I don't regret anything in my life. Everything has happened for a reason. I'm who I am because of all of it. If anything was changed, then something about me would be changing. Are you about to do all that laundry right now? You're about to fold? Yeah. Oh, okay. He's on a mission. So, what I forgot was my partnership with God. When I went and started doing these coaching thingies, I think they were from God. Like, oh, God's sending me another one to try out. Oh, this must be from God again. It looks good. It matches what I'm saying. They're saying all the right things. It's got to be it. And also, sometimes, too, our currency would be just on time, just enough to get that program. Me and Alan, I've had, discussions and fights with Alan. But, hey, this is it. This is the one time it'll work. I got this. and he's like, it's the same story, Angelica. The cycle repeats. There's got to be a cycle breaker. I'm thankful. Thank you for that, husband. That caused some rift between us. But yeah. So once a month, the king chooses one person to make their wish come true. Like a raffle. And sometimes it's kind of how society life, makes me feel, and that I've seen that it's a raffle. You can go out and live and try and put your name, try and put your goal in the hat of life, and sometimes you get picked for you to make it, and sometimes you don't. Oh, because sometimes it feels that way. Especially if you're not part of the 1%. Or whatever statistics that they like to use and make to manipulate. I'll continue. So, what are wishes? So now Asha is in this in the king's little lair or whatever, his room, his study, because she wanted to be his apprentice. So I was like, what are wishes? And the king believed that wishes, there was nothing more important than a wish. Wishes drive your heart, makes you who you are, your purpose, your gift, your passion. That I do agree with. remember my purpose, my wish, was the gift of writing. And I remember when I lost the gift of writing because I used it to try to recreate my first high of crack. And in doing so, I broke my vow that I made to God. And my gift of writing, my purpose, my wish went away. It was gone. And those were the worst moments of my life because I felt cold. I felt like I died. I felt lifeless. I felt like, what's the point of living? What's the point of keep going? Like, if I didn't, like back then, like I really didn't have a lot of self-confidence in myself anyways to begin with. But one thing I knew for sure, most definitely, was I was a good writer and I was a poet. And that's what kept me going. That's what I could depend on and be like, God still gave me this for a reason. Let's do this. But when I lost that as a consequence from my action, I was like, whoa, I don't want to feel this way. I apologize. I asked for forgiveness. But thankfully, God heard my plea and He restored it back to me. And I felt it as soon as it came back because it was warmth. It was love. It was healing. It was comfort. It was strength. It was passion. And I was able to write again. So that's what a wish is. It's our gift. It's our purpose. It's our drive. Passion. And this king, based off his experiences, thinks it's impossible to make wishes come true on your own. Because he's been and seen through experience of how easily dreams can be destroyed. So he took action by studying the magic of the world and became a sorcerer. So now that he's able to protect himself from harm or ill will, because that's the meaning of curse. Cuss words, curse. Do no harm. And then he also now has the ability to grant any wish given to him. So that's like how people say, hey, I had this. I took my purpose, my gift, and I went with it and I ran with it. And now that I made it big, now I'm going to do the exact thing for you. Now I'm going to show you how I did it. Now I'm going to help you. Come to my free master classes. Come to this, free that, so I can give you a little bit taste of it. And then so if you really want more help to really get it, pay some more money and join me and I'll help you specifically. That's what I thought of. That's that cycle. And it's the same cycle everybody uses. I don't want to use that cycle. It works. Yes, it does. It does work. I was like, God, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to use that cycle. I don't want to go down that road. I've been in so many master classes and free webinars where they just tell their whole story about how they got them. Like, I was like, man, just get to the point of what it is you want to share with me, and then get to the point of how much it cost. What is it? I was like, well, I don't want to do that. I'm the person, like, if I don't want to do something or go through something, then I don't want to put somebody else through it. I don't. So I'm like, God, can I really survive? Can I really make it? Can I really be successful being who I am and how I am? And that's one of my main problems that I had, because everything that I was seeing was telling me otherwise. I was like, can I really be successful based on being who I am, being true and authentic to myself? But hey, let's continue because I gotta get to part 2. That's like pages away. Alright, so keep going. Oh, my eyes are burning, y'all. Hold on. Alright. Thanks for your patience. So keep going. Alright. So he also has the power to grant wishes for the good and
for the good and worthy. So it's up to him to decide who is good and worthy for him to use his power, his gift, his magic that he learned to make their wishes come true. And that reminded me of the high ticket thingy. Like, whoever's good and worthy, they will know because they'll pay this price. They will know it's worth it. They will know they're worth it. If you don't think you're worth it, then you're not going to do it. Like, just them trigger words and them words to make somebody feel like, oh, I guess I'm not worth it, or I don't deserve it because I can't pay your money. Like, ugh. I remember going through people's things. They're like, yes, I want to do it, or no, I don't want to do it because I don't want to achieve in doing this. I'm like, no, that's not my reason why I don't want to do it. But I'm like, whatever, just X. But it's just things like that people put in their funnels, in their websites, you know. Like, it really messed with my psychology, my psyche, my mindset, my mental and feelings. And it's like one of the reasons why I took a break when I got pregnant again in 2021. Because it was a lot. I needed a mental health break. And needed to get back to my family. Especially my new baby. I wanted a different birthing experience. I wanted a different parenting experience. And I wanted to speak over her differently for the rest of my children, which I did. And she came out exactly the way how I spoke over her, which is awesome. She's so confident. She knows what she wants and she speaks up on it. I love that. So that's what that reminded me of when I got that. And my thing was, by whose definition and whose perspective is somebody good and worthy? By what meaning and what understanding are you to say somebody is good and worthy for you, for me, for anything? Right? And then if they do, then you can grant that wish. But later she sings that the sorcerer didn't know if people would want his gift. Well, he made it seem like, hey, I have this gift to give to the world as the opportunity to protect their wishes if they give it up to me. But would anybody really want this? So people came to